Hello, this is another talk about good and evil. And today's talk, I'm going to talk about some fundamental truths that I believe were revealed for me. And I say for me because I'm very careful. As this is a private revelation or something that God shared with me. He didn't share for me to tell you, hey, you need to do this, live this way, be this. I'm not perfect at all. I'm flawed, very flawed. And one thing that I know is that I can't choose God for anyone else. I can't choose how to make anyone else better. Matter of fact, that someone that I see that doesn't do things the way I do, I'm the first one to accept that they don't need to be fixed, because they may not be broken. I may be the broken one, not living the way they are. So I try to understand and accept people. And if you run across me, I'm not going to tell you what you're doing wrong or right, or I'm going to try to just love you right where you are. And that's a commitment I make. Again, these videos are tough to do because a lot of criticism and stuff comes from it, but I just try to put myself out there, and it's not me, it's just things that I feel maybe can help you and help people. And so here's some of the truth. Here's the truth, and just get right to the point. Is the first most amazing one is God wants us, everything He created, everyone He created, every soul, He wants us to be with Him. Not just when we die, every day. Every day He wants us to be with Him. God made us, and He made us with a little piece of Him. So this is the second truth. He made us with a little piece of Him, or I say little, but I don't want it to be, to think it's little, because any part of God is huge. But He made us with there's 7 gifts in the Bible that basically, those gifts seem to be, in my opinion, and again, this is my personal revelation, but He gives us, those gifts are how He shows Himself in us, how He lives in us. The gifts are this: wisdom, understanding, knowledge, counsel, piety, fear of the Lord, and fortitude. And I've meditated quite a bit on all the gifts, and they're very noticeable when you start, you notice God. Each gift, though, has a burden. Each gift comes with a burden. So He gave us those gifts, and He made us that way. So that's the second truth. The third truth is God wants us to be who He made us. And He wants us to accept and embrace who He made us. We're imperfect. We're human. We're imperfect. That's the way we're made. However, there's a part of God in us. And so be who we are, the imperfect but the perfect, all at the same time and together. And so that's a simple truth. Be who you are. Don't try to be someone you're not. Don't try to be or do things that are not you. Embrace the God part. It's such an amazing thing that, I failed at that so poor, so badly. And then now, it's like, wow, I'm almost, much closer than I used to be, just being who God made me. God wants us to give the gifts He gave us. He wants us to give them back. So God gave us a whole bunch of gifts, and that's the whole world and everything in it. He gave that to us to have dominion over, or whatever, like it says in the Old Testament. He wants us to give everything back, all our imperfections, all our perfections, but the most perfect thing we have, the gifts of Him in our hearts. That's what He really, really wants. And actually, this is a highly desired thing. In other words, the devil wants that gift too. Because if the devil can take that gift to deceive us and make us think we don't have it, or make us think that it's something that we need to use in the world, then we're giving the gift of God that we have, we're giving it in the world. When what we should be doing is sharing it with each other. We're sharing it with people. Freely, openly sharing God. So God wants us to give the gifts He gave us back to Him. And I guess the most amazing gift that are the most amazing truth is that God wants to honor us. He said, well, God wants to honor, all powerful, all creator. God wants to honor us. What a humble, amazing God we serve, because he wants to honor us. How does he want to honor us? He wants to bring us to heaven. Like, he wants us to be in heaven. That's such an honor. The all powerful creator of the world wants us to be in heaven. And it's such an honor. It goes a lot more than that. Because he wants to honor us in more ways. You know, the more you serve and the more you give to him, the more he wants to give to you. So like, he keeps honoring you. You know, like, the more stuff you do for him, the more he does for you. And it doesn't. Sometimes the things he does for you are not for you. They're for someone else. So like, you may take a burden. You may take you may carry something that's really not good. It's terrible. You know, like, you hate it. It's hard. You don't hate it, but it's hard. And if you learn to love it and embrace it, tough things, you're giving something back to God that helps someone else. Like, I don't. It's hard to explain, but God wants us to be with him. So some simple little truths that just maybe help you on your spiritual journey, or when you're having a hard time, to help you find God and the creator of the universe, and the simple everyday stuff. So I hope it helps, and thank y'all for listening.